it's the elevation of ourself in our own life, elevation of our own importance, our own superiority around the people around us or around God. It's always rooted in insecurity. It's always narcissism at its core, at its root, is a wound of shame and insecurity. Now we've like somebody who's like what we would describe as a narcissist, somebody who's like so scaffolded, they've so like built up a false self around that shame that they can't even access it anymore. But that's what marriage wants, man. Marriage becomes this mirror that gets up close and personal. It's in your face. You can't escape it. Every other relationship in my life, I like to think I can generally keep at arm's length if I wanted to.
If you want to.
I can show up even to something super intimate like men's prayer on Tuesday morning where we're 5:30 in the morning and the purpose of showing up there is to get really real. I can show up there if I want to and I can put on a front and I can never lie. I can never say something dishonest and I can still make it look like I'm doing awesome.
Right.
And build great relationships or a great sense of like surface connection. You can't do that in marriage because they go to sleep next to you. They wake up next to you. They see your good days. They see your bad days. And marriage is this crucible. And I love that he also made like the same relationship, which is the most kind of intensely engineered for our discomfort so we can grow, is also the most gratifying and pleasurable relationship in our life too, when it's healthy. So yeah, I like to think marriage is not about you. It's not about stroking your ego. It's actually about rescuing you from your ego.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're going to get
I
down.
love it.
We're going to get down and dirty, should I say?
Come on.
A little
come
bit.
on. Yeah.
It's going to get a little
marriage
dirty.
Gets dirty.
It gets a little dirty. And so okay, before I did, because I'm going to dig into your backstory because we need to know how does someone become a doctor? Like, how did this whole journey begin? But let me, there's a question that came to my head right away. What are the percentages right now of, what's the divorce percentage? 50% in our country?
About 51%.
51%. Now, I've talked about this a lot. Let me see how you feel about it. That's the people that actually got divorced.
Go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the actual percentage?
Oh my gosh, of fatalities?
Of marriages that are basically failures, but just haven't gotten the divorce. Dead marriages.
But they keep the patient alive in a coma.
Correct.
Right. And they go through maybe, how tragic is that? Go 20, 30 years of,
for the kids, whatever.
Yeah. For the bank account, for the kids, for the thing. Man, that's hard to say. I don't have a stat on that.
I have publicly said 75 to 80%.
Man, I wouldn't argue with that. Because of the couples that come to see me, I would say the percentages that come in really thriving, really healthy, looking to grow, looking to like, like I think the Hubbards are a great example, right? They are a thriving couple. They have an incredible marriage and they still check in with coaches and counselors and do these things. That percentage is like
10? 5?
Less than 10. I would say like 5%.
5%
of my census is people like that. 95% of it are people who either come in knowing full well we are limping, or they come in and they say, man, we're doing all right. We just have we want to learn some communication skills. That's the buzzword. That's what everybody's comfortable with communication skills. And then you realize after maybe 3 sessions, you're like, you're not doing okay. Like, you've got some deep wounds that you've gotten really good. You've gotten comfortable with them living in the house, right? Like you've gotten comfortable. We just don't go there in the marriage. And then you realize, all right, well, I don't know how to help you guys thrive with these injuries. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm probably the wrong guy. I'm sure there are like relationship coaches out there who will teach you like surface level communication skills. Go find them. They're probably cheaper than me. But what I do is I help us go deep and I help us really like heal the whole person, right? Like we want to heal the whole marriage. So here's a real life scenario. Like a couple will come in, and you'll be working with them and you'll just sense like, ooh, there's something not in the room, right? Like there's something you're not saying. And then maybe in the second or the third, somebody will allude to it or the thing that happened or the thing in our past. And of course, like your radar goes, do, like, tell me about that right there. And they say, oh, we don't want to talk about that. And you're like, oh, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to save you a ton of financial, emotional investment, a lot of time driving in the car. If you don't want to go there, that's fine. I honor that. But I'm probably a really bad investment because that's all I care about now. Because I know the thing that we avoid controls us. The thing that we avoid owns us. And if what you want is connection, the kind of connection where we can go out and we can get hit with life, right? Stresses can happen, and we don't turn against each other, and we don't go to a place where we feel alone and hopeless. That kind of resilience is based on a really clear and open and honest channel between us that's grounded in reality. It means like, doesn't mean that we haven't gone through hard stuff.
Can you give me some examples?
Yeah. It doesn't mean that we haven't gone through hard stuff. Sarah and I, we had to heal from infidelity. That's one of the hardest things to heal from.
Yeah.
But we have so faced that monster. We've so faced that chapter of our life that seriously, when Sarah like might have a hard day, or she sees like a message on Instagram, or something triggers a little bit of that old anxiety, I love it when she comes to me and she's like, "Oh, I'm feeling that thing." I'm like, "Babe, thank you so much." That chapter of our story has no power over us. And so now when it comes up, it literally immediately converts into connection, right? Like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that you came to me. And so of course I let you know me." And we're able to like reassure that place where there used to be an injury, to the degree that Sarah is afraid to bring it up, or to the degree I can't tolerate her bringing it up.
Right.
That thing owns our marriage.
Yes.
It's superior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, we're getting down here.
Come on, man. We're going straight for the.
I love this.
I expect nothing less from you, JD.
Come on. But this happens sometimes because I don't have any format. I dig into backstory. We let the flow, the Holy Spirit flow from there. Period.
Amazing. Yeah.
But I'm already dying now to these. This is fascinating. Okay, so I want to go further here already with this. So with the, this is so profound. Like because already in the first 10 minutes here, this is like completely new to me, realizing, oh, wow.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
This isn't about trying to vibe. This is like, I got to get rid of my ish.
Come on, let's go. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
But what is it? But okay, so here's my next question. Then we'll go to the backstory. All right, ready?
Okay.
So how do you do this? Are all your sessions with them together, or do you have to break up, don't you? And
like what's the process?
Yes,
like,
because you can't do. A lot of times they're not comfortable going there talking about this thing together. Yeah. Don't you have to go one-on-one sometimes, then come back together?
Sometimes we do. So we always like our first 3 sessions with a new couple is really standard. They come in together because I want to. You start building trust with somebody immediately, right? So I want to build trust with them together. Okay. I don't want to build trust with one and not with the other. Somebody that the other person's going to come into like an uncomfortable territory. So we start together, and then the next 2 sessions 2 and 3, I meet one time with them one-on-one.
Okay,
help me go deep to your family of origin. Tell me a little bit about how you learned to do closeness. Tell me a little bit about the concerns that you might have about your relationship, things that might be sensitive or hard to bring up in front of the other person, right? Let's just get an initial map as we venture into this work. But after that, I really try and protect conjoint space.
Yeah.
So sometimes there are needs. Sometimes we make exceptions to that. For the most part, if there are individual needs, like somebody has a really kind of like sensitive and reactive trauma in there, so we can't even like just opening that door, they go into this really activated state, and that might mean anger, that might mean like they break down into shame. We're going to try and make the individual space another therapist, so that we kind of protect Brian's office is where we get real together. Something I have found is that with just a little bit of support, it's actually a lot more helpful to know the bad news than it is to be protected from it, right? Like if my wife is ambivalent, they're uncertain about the future of our marriage. They have thoughts like, I don't know if I want to be in this marriage anymore. The other spouse can already feel it. So naming it, maybe there's like, oh, I can never tell them this because it would devastate them. Like, bro, they can already sense this. You just haven't given language to what they're feeling. So what we do is we offer some support so we can go to these hard places, because now that we can name it, we can decide whether or not we agree with the thing. So often we carry fears and we carry uncertainty and we carry like really toxic beliefs. We carry them around unspoken because they feel dangerous, but by protecting them, or I should say by not talking about them, we protect them. It's when I one of the hardest conversations years ago, I remember kind of like we're digging into stuff, me and Sarah. And I think I was trying to name something I had never named before, and I named it really wrong. I remember basically what I did with Sarah in this moment is like I've never been able to name this feeling that I have where, man, when in our kind of crazy cycle that we go to, I get defensive and I withdraw and I start to blame shift, and she gets really kind of critical and she gets controlling. We do this thing together that's really ugly. And I remember in this moment, I didn't have the words for it. So I was like, man, it's like we've never been able to acknowledge that in our marriage, you've been emotionally abusive. And I said that to Sarah. And as soon as I said it out loud, it's something I had carried inside of me for years. As soon as I said it out loud, I was like, I actually don't believe that. Now, I had to like take the risk of that impacting Sarah, and it did. And it took some time for us to like, for me to process out loud so Sarah could go with me on the internal growth journey. We often try and protect our spouse from the internal growth journey.
Yeah.
They can sense something's going on over there. We want to bring them with them. We want to bring them with us. So like letting her, as I say that out loud, I think I didn't say that right. I think I've been feeling that, but really it's this and really it's that. And it comes from this. And now we can heal together. And my belief system about the relationship, about myself and about Sarah, it gets tested by being witnessed by the other person, right? And we often, and I think this happens a lot in couples counseling, I think we often want to protect the other spouse from the reality of what's going on inside their loved one. Instead of saying, man, we want them to have all the cards on the table.